Good morning, good morning. Oh, how are you? It's Magical Monday, Magical Monday. Whoa, I'm moving around a lot. I'll try not to do that so much. Hello. I will put you down. All right. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. I am Stephanie Matthews, and this is Magical Mothering Motivation. If you're here live, comment, hello, niece, happy Magical Monday. So, if you saw that I took a bath night on Saturday, often when I take a bath night, you know craziness is going to happen. A whole new shift of reality has happened in my life. So, I would like to pour that into your life, because whatever I grow from, I love to pour that and give that to each of you. So on Saturday, as I was in the bath, of course having an amazing transformational experience, which for those of you who have heard me talk about my bath night is my way to do what I do with my clients on myself. So because I'm working on myself, I have to get into a kind of a different space, and I get into the bath and I connect with spirit, and that's like my way of getting in. And yet when I'm working with somebody else, it just automatically comes out of me. So you too can have magical bath night experiences by signing up for Make a Shift into Magic healing session. I've started these. They're only $47 because I want to work one-on-one with more of you. I get so many messages. I get so many emails. I get so many women saying, I just need a little shift. I know that I can do this. I just need a little, This is what that is for. I wanted to make it so that everybody could afford it if they wanted to. If money is still an issue and you can't do it, please reach out. We can figure out something that was within your budget for you to get a shift into the magic healing session. Because there's so many, and I would love to just give to everybody, but at the same time, when I'm taking away time from my kids, I need to make it worth it, right? So Today, for the next 5 days, I just hurriedly finished up the Unleash Your Dragon Within workbook. It is now in the Facebook group. You can download it, print it out. This will be what we are going to be working on for the next 5 days. This came to me on Saturday night, and yesterday I ended up playing all day with my kids, so I needed to get this out to you right now. So, in the past, 2 years ago, when the amazing Game of Thrones, Khaleesi and all that kind of stuff, or maybe it was 3 years ago now, but when I saw her, and I saw Game of Thrones, and I saw the Mother of Dragons, I went, wow, her dragons were little, right? In that first few seasons 3 years ago. And it was really about taming them and creating this relationship with them. And so I created a whole workbook and a whole workshop around taming our dragons. And now, fast forward to now, 3 years later, it is not about taming our dragons, is it? She is really about unleashing her dragons. And so it's amazing that from mainstream culture, mainstream society, we can still think about, how these can actually play a role in our own lives. I'm not sure if you watch Game of Thrones, that doesn't matter. All that we are focusing on is the fact that we are these powerful, magical beings, much like dragons. And when we acknowledge this, we can really shift into empowerment. We can really shift into being. We can shift into knowing who we are, and instead of burning everyone around us and creating chaos and fire and death and carnage, which some days doesn't it feel like that? Some days I'm just like, "Roar!" and I look around and everybody's crying, my house is a mess, and that is literally like that unconscious dragon taking over me. Rather than unleashing my dragon purposefully in a way to create passion and fireness. You know, that fire, that passion, that empowerment, that feeling like you really truly are the queen. So while so many of these aspects came through on Saturday, we're going to take the whole week to go through each step of these. And on Wednesday, on Wednesday night, I want to invite you to join in the Unleash Your Inner Dragon, or Unleash the Dragon Within workshop. It's $13. I would love for you to be there, and we're going to really we're going to do a healing. I'm going to do what happened during my bath night in that session. So I am going to lead you through a complete transformation of actually physically and mentally, emotionally, spiritually healing, so that you can step into and fully see your empowerment and your power, so that you can finally feel like, that you're worth it. Because so often this has to do with feeling and knowing that you are worth it. So as we are going through this, so today is really about observation. We always, day one, week one, session one is always about observing. Where are our dragons? Where are our dragons lurking? Because we have them. Oftentimes we push them away so much. We're like, I'm not that. I'm not harsh. I'm not mean. I'm not this. I am loving and light and magical. And yes, while we want to acknowledge all of these things, we also are like some kick-ass women who have amazing power behind us, but often don't step into our power enough. And so we end up literally biting and burning everybody around us, burning them out to a point that we're left going, why am I here again? Why am I in this space again, right? We don't want to continue to get to that, I'm in this again kind of feeling. We want to be able to really step into that power consciously, knowingly, so that we're no longer fighting against ourselves. Because that's really what we're doing. We have this powerful, amazing aspect of ourselves. And before Saturday night, I knew I had this. I knew I had this piece, but it was like I wasn't quite ready to really step into the power of who I was. And I know that 99% of you know that you are these amazing, powerful women. And while you get there, sometimes there is this piece that is missing of really stepping into that power all the time. So there's two ways of doing this. Sign up for the $13 Unleash the Dragon Within workshop, or sign up for a $47 one-on-one with me, and let's dive deep. The time is now. Autumn equinox is literally just a few days away, and with autumn equinox, I feel the dragon energy so powerfully. I do a whole story for autumn equinox about the dragon is hiding within the cave, and in the cave, the dragon, hides its dragon tears everywhere, and the fairies put their glitter. And this is such a powerful story, because we need to realize that there are dragons, whether they're within us, whether there's actual dragons in the magical realm, either way. But dragons are scary beasts. Hello, Anik! And dragons really help us awaken our power. They help us awaken our intuition. They help us awaken to something that we don't know is truly there, that latent imagining of what is possible, right? And so, with autumn equinox being on Thursday, I thought, I cannot do this. I have to do the Unleash Your Dragon Within now. So I literally had to make the workbook. I'm creating the workshop, and it's going to have to be now, because that is dragon energy. There is no planning and waiting. No, they're going to frickin' blow fire all over the farm and eat all of the sheep if we don't wait. So while this might be out of the blue, this is very much what the dragon is like coming through, right? We cannot hold back the dragons. And when we do, again, chaos, destruction. How often, look back in your own life. This is a part of the observation aspect. Look back in your own life. When in your own life did you kind of create your own destruction, your own chaos? And while this is really, I get it, it's very difficult to look at where we cause our own destruction in our lives. It's very powerful to say, wow, I actually did create that, or I actually had a part of this. I wasn't just the victim. And stepping into the powerfulness of everything that we do and seeing, if I was more aware and more conscious of the power that I have, I'd be able to intentionally create change and transformation with this energy rather than it just coming through me and causing all of this chaos and destruction, because I'm not being heard, right? The dragon will be heard whether we observe it or not. We're like, I am here, rawr! And it happens. So for day one, you can find the whole workbook in the Facebook group when this is over. Download it, print it out, really observe, where is this in your life? Where have you seen a pattern of this? Stop being the victim. Dragons are not victims. Dragons caused, they cause this. They cause so much of the destruction and chaos in their own lives. But we have to be willing to step up and say, I'm not going to blame anybody else. I'm going to see that my power and my inability or my unknowing, my unconscious mind of my own power has been causing these things in my life. And it's time to step it up, to not feel like, no, this all happened to me. No, BS. That's not what happened. We are amazing magical creatures that are literally creating our lives. What kind of a life are you ready to create? And the dragon, I really feel, is here to help us do this. Yes, and they have the power to create and empower us too, and that's exactly what it is. So, Nick, you're right on. The dragon is here, and we have to acknowledge that in the past, our dragons have created chaos, and they might have created passion in some moments, but sometimes that passion has created our own destruction too, right? Where we got so into the passion that we just kind of burned out. And that burnout is from not acknowledging that constant. I mean, the dragon can always breathe fire. There is no burning out when we acknowledge our dragon. So day one, observe your dragon. Observe where it's created passion and empowerment and, just like this flame of pushing you and bringing you to where you are, but also acknowledge and observe where it's caused destruction and chaos and you burning those around you. How often do we hide our dragons, except for with those that we feel comfortable with, right? Because we know that they'll love us despite of our dragon. So often we take our dragon energy out on our kids, on our spouses, on our friends, on our family. And yet this is really a turning point to no longer have our dragons, hiding our dragons, but really unleashing them so that we can live powerful, magnificent, awe-inspiring lives that people go, holy crap, what is going on with her? Like, she is so amazing in whatever she is that she's doing. I need to get there too. And you're going to inspire everyone around you simply because you're going to step into this powerful, magnificent energy. And you're going to learn how to do it consistently, not just in spurts and bits and in little poofs of flame and smoke, right? It's not going to be this mirage. You're going to really step into the empowerment where you go, yes, I am here. I am alive. I am willing to be this all the time, no matter how scary it may be. Dragons are a lot scarier, right? Like, you'll be able to go into these situations or just take the coaching or do the healing or be in the work and do what's necessary because it's going to give you that courage because you know what? You're going to be so much scarier to that situation than that situation could ever be to you. So I'm just super, as you can tell, I'm super excited. I'm super on fire. Obviously, the dragon is within and unleashed, you know? And as we all come into this space of being, we're going to really do this as a united tribe, right? We are going to be a tribe of dragons. We are all going to be the mother of our own dragons. And whatever that means to you, that means a lot to me, just because I feel that. I feel that I can be the mother of these unruly beasts. I can be the queen of the dragons, right? And so can you. And if you're going, I'm telling you, a lot happened before Saturday. If you would have told me, you're the queen of the dragons, I would have been like, no, I'm not. I still have to do the frickin' dishes. Like, that is not a queen. I am not the queen of my kingdom doing dishes. You know what I mean? And so often we think that we cannot be certain things because we're stuck in the roles that we are. But now is the time to think differently about what we're doing. And I was thinking that being a queen and a servant, they're two sides of the same coin. A queen is a slave to her people, right? She cannot escape her people. She's literally a servant to them, while a servant is that to the queen. You cannot have one without another. And so while thinking that we're the servant of our household and that we have to do everything and that we're, a slave to mothering, these are thoughts that go through our head, right? We so long to become mothers and then we think that we're entrapped in it and a slave to it. But really we can shift that and see that we are really getting an amazing opportunity to be a servant with a queen heart, with the heart of nobility, literally serving your people in your home, in your family, in your business, in your tribe, and seeing it from a different perspective and stepping into the fact that we are truly royalty. We are truly, and the dragon within us that we're going to be unleashing all plays into this. So we need to use our imaginations the next week. Play with me. Play this game of no more knights, no more slaying, no more killing the dragons. Let's step up into being and unleashing this power within us. So for those of you in the Waldorf community, this really started 5 years ago when I learned about, they equate autumn equinox with Martinmas, Saint Martin was a saint who killed a dragon and freed the land of this dragon. And I couldn't read this story. I could not kill the dragon. I could tame the dragon 3 years ago, but I could not kill it because I saw the dragon as too important. It was too important to just keep killing the dragon. We've done that for millennia. It's time to change. And us as women, which is why I love the fact that Game of Thrones is a woman who is the queen and the mother of the dragons and not a man just killing them, that is crucial. It's part of the psyche. It's part of this evolutionary process. It's part of the transformation. So play a game with me. Are you willing to play? Thumbs up or hearts or do something. Will you play this game with me? Will you imagine and create this kind of a life with me? Yes? So, yay! I'm so excited for this. I feel like this is something so new and so powerful, and it's really going to shift and create amazing transformations within us. So, I will have the page to sign up for the Wednesday night workshop. And then I will also have, I already have the link to sign up for a Shift into Magic healing session. Sign up for one of those. I'll get all the links up and I will make it very clear about our action plans. Download and print the workbook and let's get started on this magical journey of unleashing our dragons! Ah! World, watch out. Here are a bunch of magical mothers unleashing their dragons. The world is never going to be the same. And I hope you see that. I hope you see how powerful and magical you are in this, because it's the truth. Printing it now! Yay! All right, I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Please keep this going. Post what your observations are. Make a new post in the Facebook group about observations, what this means to you, what you hope to gain from it. Post, and more posts. I want us to be super active. I want this to be super involved. Facebook Live, if you went into the Facebook group. Let's get our voices out there so that we can start transforming and really dive into this. No more sitting on the sidelines in your own home, printing out your own answers and writing your own answers. Facebook Live, or post them in the Facebook group today, every day, and get yourself out there in a big way. Become that dragon, because that's the only way that you're going to get over the fear that is keeping your dragon hidden. All right, I love you. Mwah! Goodbye. See you tomorrow.